What is up, guys? It is Jordan and Frank back with another Curated Heat podcast. Today we have a lot of things actually interesting coming up on this one, but we are going to start off with a little segment we like to call Packs in the Mail. I do a lot of online shopping for the store. It's a necessity. Frank likes to check what I buy, though, so we got
run the numbers.
Run the numbers. Yep. We got a bunch of packs in the mail stuff that I've just bought. We're gonna have a lot more coming in, so I'm gonna let Frank open up these things. And
I'm gonna open them.
Yeah, Frank's gonna open up all these things, and they will all be available in store here at the shop and online at curatedheat.com. Make sure to check out curatedheat.com while you're at it, because we actually added a XSET code for the website. 15% off your entire purchase. Use XSET at the checkout as the code, all uppercase, and you'll save yourself some money on the web. So all these items will be available in store as well.
So real quick, out of like all the places that you can shop for vintage or streetwear and stuff, like what's your favorite platform to buy from right now? I'd have to say mine's probably either Whatnot or eBay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends. For the type of buying that we do, it's very specific. Like if we're selling something specific, we'll try to get that specifically. So hard to get and hard to find, but when you're shopping for a store, it's way easier. But yeah, eBay and Whatnot are pretty decent right now.
Well, these look pretty cool already. I'm gonna assume that these are some American Thunders, but I'm gonna let Jordan tell you a little bit about these shirts, and I'll show them off to you guys.
Yeah, shout out the homie Lost Threads Co. I hopped in one of his lives, and he's always throwing steals. So
this one is sick. These
sell pretty well for us in store, so I had to grab a couple of these for a pretty good deal. That's the homegrown, like, weed one, American Thunder. So American Thunder was like an old, it's similar to Harley, but it's just like, I don't know, they made so many really cool ones. They have like the lightning graphic going all over, which is funny because the company's called American Thunder.
All right, on to the next.
I'd say two decent ones.
Yeah, I like those a lot.
And anything you see will be available in store or online at our website. So this one's a local piece. Got to get that good Rays stuff, man. I believe that is their first game inaugural, right? Correct?
Yeah, this one looks like inaugural day. Yeah, Detroit Tigers. I actually went to this game, believe it or not, with my dad. And I caught a foul, or my dad caught a foul ball at this game.
Did he?
I still have it. Yeah, I still have it. Literally. Yeah, this is cool.
All right, let's get to the boxes.
Oh, you did a pre-cut for me. I appreciate that.
Now, obviously, just so everyone's clear here, we buy things that we specifically need. Not everything we buy is going to be like a crazy $1,000 shirt or something like that. This is all just good stuff that sells at the shop. But we do buy $1,000 shirts and, you know, a couple $100 shirts and stuff like that here and there too. So you never know. This is like a Summer Smash. So this one's more like it's like Rolling Loud, but I think it was put on by like I don't know who put it on, but it's like a Lyrical Lemonade style festival.
I think it said Lyrical Lemonade, so that's pretty cool. Had a lot of artists on it.
Shout out Lyrical Lemonade. I grabbed a couple of these pieces. These are like kind of save the planet, bring people together, stuff like that type of tees. They do really well for us in store. And for the nature stuff, we actually have an event coming up next year where we are partnering with the what is it? What are we partnering with?
It's the Humane Society. Is it not?
National. So coming up next year, we are partnering with the National Wildlife Foundation for a charity event that will be based around vintage. So there'll be more details from that to come. Definitely follow us on Instagram for those. It's a good little whale tee. We'll save the whales, John. Nothing crazy. You know, good stuff for the shop. Good stuff for the shop. And I generally don't know what is in this box, to be honest with you. Didn't recognize. Yeah, you're gonna need the scissors for that one, Playboy. Here you go. Like I knew by the names. I can tell by somebody's name sometimes, like what I'm getting. But sometimes I just buy a bundle of something. And I'm just like, well, we're constantly getting packs in. That's why you'll see more of this segment, Packs in the Mail. He's really wrestling through there.
Bro, they went crazy on this one.
What we got in there?
Oh, nice.
Some pants, jacket. Oh, okay. A couple jackets. Is it what is that? Levi Sherpa. We've been flying through these Levi Sherpas.
They have been pretty popular in store lately.
What
We
is
don't
this?
get much
another
cold weather.
Sherpa.
Yeah, another nice one.
Levi's as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Little kind of a smaller size and a bigger size. Yeah, the Sherpas are doing well, especially it's getting chilly down here. So, all right. So I would say nothing insane as far as like Grail wise. Those Thunders were pretty cool, but this is just the general stuff that we get in packs in the mail. So
Yeah.
you never know what'll come through. So
We'll try to
there
bring
go.
you guys some more of this type of stuff in the future. We're always getting new stuff in, whether it be from buying from wholesale from our homies or just buying online or in store, trading, stuff like that. So, yeah, some good pieces for the store for sure.
Speaking of the store, we went on a company outing the other night.
Last night. Yeah, that was fun. For any of you that live in St. Pete, you might have been there. We went to the event at the pier. What was it? We Belong.
We belong here.
We belong here.
Odza.
Yeah. Odza performed last night. He was the headliner. That was pretty awesome. Kind of brought me back to Vegas a little bit when we went to the Millennium show there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Very, so that was my first time at a actual festival. And I know it's not one of these crazy like 3-day like sleep in a tent and like I don't know, shower with a gallon of water like festivals and shit, but there was a lot of neon like gloving and like a lot of like hula hoops and shit and crazy.
Well, you don't like that type of stuff?
I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't hate on it, but I don't know. Millennium at that nightclub was way different.
That was a different setting, yeah. But I know what you mean. It was outside. I think it was pretty sick. Like I've never been to an event like that at the pier.
That was amazing.
Yeah, like the setup was awesome. The lights, the lasers, everything was sick. Odessa's performance was great. We got there kind of late.
We got to see them though.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we got like the last 3 hours, so that was pretty awesome. But yeah,
it was crammed, dude. That's the only thing. Okay, let's get into the fucking real. Let's get into the brass tacks here. Okay, it was crammed as a motherfucker. It was in a field. It was super dope because it was in St. Pete, and like the music is cool. Obviously, because I make like EDM music and stuff like that I love EDM music and certain,
for sure
EDM genres. I'm just not the biggest fan of just pushing through people and like, dude, it was like some Travis Scott shit there, and I'm just like, bro,
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, especially like we had to fight our way through because we did get there later in the day, so there was already
you had an incident,
thousands of people there. Yeah, I'll get into it. Like so number one, me and you were basically human shields for the rest of the crew and the girls, because we were kind of like on the borderline of where the trail of people would come to get through and like move, either advance into the crowd or get to the bathroom or whatever it may be.
Insane.
So, and unfortunately I had to be one of those people a couple of times last night.
You lose your mind eventually.
Before going into the crowd, I made a very bad mistake of not going to the bathroom. So sure enough, about an hour and a half in, I had to make my way to the bathroom. I was fortunate enough, our buddy Justin, who came with us, was leaving at that time. So me and him, I had a little tag team partner to fight through the crowd, at least to get to the bathrooms, but he dipped out on me because he was leaving, and I had to fight through the peak of the crowd. I mean, we were 30 minutes into Odessa already when this was taking place, and yeah, man, I was scared. There was points where I was scared. I also took the wrong path originally, so the way they had it roped off, there was like a beach area. So they had like sand and like a beach area. So I ended up like I was trying to make my way to the outside of the crowd so that it was easier to get through. But I made a bad mistake and like ended up in the beach area, and I pushed through the beach area and got to a point where you couldn't get through. It was blocked off with barricades.
This man was dancing with fucking people on Spooky Island from Scooby-Doo at one point. And took a wrong turn into fucking laser show.
And so I finally made my way back and found a path. And usually you can get like a little train of people, and it helps. Like you can just fight through the crowd. And I mean, this is crazy shit. It's like World War Z type shit. I mean, like when there's just a bunch of people raving out, on drugs, just like having the best time of their life, and you're just like trying to just get back to your people and like find them. It sucks. It's the worst. That's probably like the worst part about festivals, in my opinion. You need a person to go with you at any point in time. Like if you're gonna go somewhere, get a drink, get water, use the bathroom, whatever it may be. Like you need a crew with you. You need 2 or 3 people with you.
You need like a little SEAL Team 6.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but it's tough. I don't like that part of it. But then once you were with your crew and you got a little spot and the music's good, it's pretty fun, I gotta say.
Yeah. And the lasers are cool. Like everything was cool. The show was cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'm more of a venue concert type of guy, if that makes sense. Not saying that wasn't a venue, but it was just kind of like more of a big field, 360 stage,
sure.
like
vendors,
stand in the park.
Yeah, it was.
But it was great for the city, and it was awesome.
Yeah, they never had something like that here, so that's pretty cool.
But I'm more of a go to a venue.
The setup was awesome. Show was awesome. I'd go again. Like if they had it again, I'd probably go again. Maybe
depends on if it's Millennium.
Yeah. Big fan of Millennium after that show in Vegas. That was awesome.
That was insane.
Again, that was a different setting too. That was more of a nightclub, like a newer. That was at what, Resort World?
World.
Yeah.
Zouk nightclub.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool spot.
Yeah, that was so awesome, dude.
Yep.
We went into it thinking it was going to be such like shit because we were just like, although we like Millennium, like really like Millennium, we were like, oh, dude, like because everyone was so fucking cooked. Yeah. Everyone was so drunk. They were just done, and he didn't even go on to like 1.
It was even later than that. That they said he wasn't gonna go on at 1.
Yeah, and then I'm like, bro, let's just go listen to a couple songs, and then we'll dip. And then we ended up staying like fucking 3 hours. This whole fucking set. It was so awesome.
Well, here's some context. We were in Vegas for Jordan's bachelor party. We were looking for things to do. We had gone to a comedy show earlier in the day.
Shit sucked ass.
Yeah, that was bad. We left early. I'm not a fan. But yeah, so we did that earlier in the day. Then we hit the strip. We went and got food. It was just a long day of walking, gambling, just having a good time, with our friends.
And Vegas day.
Yeah. And we were up late the night before, very tired. And then we had scheduled to go to the show. And we had golf scheduled for the next morning at like 8 or 9 a.m. And we all did not want to miss that. It was something that we had planned well in advance. And the course was actually sick as fuck.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Well, that's why we were like, we can't miss this.
And so we were. It's not that we weren't excited to go to the show. It's just we had such a long day, and we had to get up super early the next day. So we were like, yeah, this might be like an in and out type of thing, but it certainly was not. We stayed for the entire thing.
It was awesome as fuck.
We probably even hung around for a little bit after it was over.
Also, shout out to the absolute brother, David Devaney, my homie for life. You know what this man did? This man goes, don't worry, man. I called the golf place and I extended the.
He did do that.
I extended the tee time.
I woke up at 7 a.m. and had a text from him and said, "Hey,
go back to sleep.
Yeah, you got another hour, so go back to sleep." That was the best thing ever.
Saved everyone.
That was the absolute best news I've ever received. I think.
Shout out
at that point in time.
Absolute brother, David Devaney. Yep.
Well, let's talk some football. I don't know, fantasy football playoffs this weekend.
Yeah, you got to give him Frank's fantasy update.
Well. For starters, we're big Bucks fans, being from St. Pete in the Tampa Bay area, and they have been on a bit of a rough streak lately. They have lost, 4 of their last 6 games or something like that, or even more. I'm not quite sure. But they've been playing bad. They've been tough to watch. Still love them. But we needed the Saints to beat Carolina last night. And we were actually watching the end of the game before going into the Odza show. And sure enough, the Saints climbed back and they won. So Bucks have a pretty solid chance at making the playoffs now.
Thank
so
God.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was awesome.
And for you guys that don't know, I'm a big Eagles fan myself, also a big Bucks fan, but I do love the Eagles. And they've been on a bit of a rough streak. So it was nice to see them get a 31-0 win. I know they were playing the Raiders, but a win is a win, and I'll take it. But a lot of crazy stuff that happened, right? Pat Mahomes tore his
torn
ACL.
ACL. Micah Parsons, I think did the same thing.
I think he was diagnosed with torn ACL earlier
same
today as
thing.
well. Yeah.
That's huge. That's gonna actually circle back. We'll circle back on that because we actually have, for the first time ever, some picks for you guys. These are just our picks. Obviously, by no means necessary are we giving any type of gambling advice or legal advice or anything like this. We're just going to tell you what we're throwing together and, be responsible. And if you want to tail. If you don't, bet against us. You'll probably win. And either way, somebody can make some money.
So, we put a little 3-piece money line parlay together for you guys. We'll give that later in the episode. It's just 3 teams that we thought had a good matchup and a good chance to win. Looked over all the different matchups for this weekend, and we thought that these were the best. I think we have one favorite in the 3-piece.
Don't give it away. Yeah, don't give it away.
And then there's going to be 2 underdogs, actually, that I feel like should not be underdogs in the matchup. So, we'll get into that. But first, I want to talk about
talk your shit. I already know it's coming up. Talk your shit.
How I took you out in the first round of the playoffs for our redraft league this week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rip.
You have Trey McBride in that league too, right? He put up 40-some points. Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know. But anyways, I advanced in the playoffs. This is our redraft league. Me and him are in quite a few different leagues together. But this one, I will say it's the bottom of the barrel league. So it's not much to get excited about. But our keeper league that we've all been in together, me, him, and our close friends that we've known since childhood. Almost 8-10 years now we've been in this league.
Like we're going on like decade.
But anyways, I actually came in last place in that league this year. I know it sucks, but Jordan came in last place last year.
Strategically.
Yeah. So we'll get into that a little bit. Our punishment for that league and for coming in last place is something that we just came up with last year, and Jordan had to do it for the first time.
What do you know?
But it was a strategic play by him. We'll get into that a little bit more. But the punishment is actually, we're big golf guys. We like to go golfing here in Florida.
Hitters hit.
It's something that we do a lot in our free time, especially scrambles, stuff like that. Just like to go out and have fun.
Threesomes.
But anyways, the punishment is Jordan, not just Jordan. The loser has to dress up in a full caddy outfit for as if you were
Masters.
Yeah, as if you were caddying for a PGA Tour event. And you have to caddy a whole round for the winner of the league, a full 18 holes, and you do not get to participate in the round. You basically just have to hang out and do your best. Suggesting clubs, carry the clubs,
wipe the clubs, drive the car, write the fucking scores down. They did let me fucking smoke a little and chill a little and shit, so that was pretty cool. But I had his fucking name on my back.
Oh yeah,
because we have those interchangeable name things. So
that's pretty funny actually. But it's not
that bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not that bad. It could be way worse. I've heard some psycho shit like, dude, in our fantasy league, if you lose, you gotta fucking join the army. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's some crazy punishments out there.
That.
It's definitely not like as crazy
Respect
as
the army.
Some of the ones that I've heard. But anyways, I'll be doing that later this year after we get a winner in that league. And the whole reason that Jordan came in last place last year, and the whole reason that I came in last place this year is we participate in a keeper league where you keep 3 players going into the following year, your 3 best players. So usually what happens is if someone starts off kind of rough throughout the season, has a bad record, they will trade their best players away from their lineup to contenders within the league, and they will in return send future picks to that person for the next year's draft. So that's what Jordan did last year. He sold his whole team.
Sold out like a motherfucker, man. Sold out.
You had the most picks going into this year's draft, right? I think.
Let me tell you something, man. What the hell? Because this is why. Although I do have the first round bye, which is great. Happy to be there. I sold my entire team out last year, drafted super banger rookies like Bucky Irving. We're talking about last year too, so like Malik Neighbors, Bucky Irving. Who the fuck else did I get, dude? I got Xavier Worthy whenever he was a rookie. Who else was in that? Brock Bowers. You know
Which
what I'm saying?
you actually ended up trading him to me.
you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. And I still have
So,
him.
I traded all my players away. Then I just ended up getting really good rookies and waiver wire pickups. Traded all them as well, and then just completely rebuilt this year with a banger squad. But what I didn't take into consideration is a few other people did exactly what I did and traded stuff to teams that are now looking like fucking pain in the asses moving forward for me.
And that's something you have to watch out for. Same with me. Like, I traded my team away this year. I have 4 first-round picks next year, I believe, which is really nice, but there's also other players that have done the same thing. I mean, I know David has done the same thing. So there's other players that will have a lot of picks and have a chance to make a run next year too. But that's just what fantasy football is. It's making moves to set yourself up. And I mean, you got the first round bye in this league, so you didn't even have to play this week. And now,
we'll see.
Gives you a much better shot at actually winning the championship, which would be sick. Get your name on the trophy.
That's ideal.
Yeah. So,
but all right, speaking of picks, let's get into our last little segment here, which will be our weekly pick for you. We're going to put together a 3-leg just money line parlay. And like we said before, please, if you're going to tail responsibly. We know a little, but a little is a lot when a lot is not. You know what I'm saying? So let's go through these picks that we have for this week.
All right. So we have a 3-pick money line parlay, straight up money line, no spread involved, nothing like that, just outright winner. We have decided to take the Los Angeles Rams to beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Which I think that will be a hard-fought game. But I love the Rams right now. I think they're the best team in the league, and it would be very hard, especially coming off that devastating loss, to not just put the pedal to the fucking floor.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree.
Bearing.
So what you got here with this matchup, I think, is you got one of the top defenses in the league, if not the best, with Seattle this year. I mean, they're just turnover machines. And then you got one of the more high-powered offenses in the league, if not the most.
It's gonna be a great game. I think Stafford is gonna pull through.
I think that Stafford, he's on an MVP run this year. I think that they will be able to outscore Seattle. I forgot who Seattle just played, but they only scored field goals throughout the whole game. I only know this because shout out Jason Myers.
Seattle played the Colts.
Won by 2 points, scored 18 points, all by field goals. Jason Myers dropped 24 points in fantasy. He's my fantasy GOAT.
Also, shout out Phillip Rivers coming back at 44 and getting absolutely disrespected on all platforms, and he went out there and actually slung.
Yeah, he had a decent game.
And the Seahawks barely won that game, man.
Yeah. I mean, bro, they won by 2 points. Again, they scored all of their offensive points.
Shout out Phillip Rivers, man. You're 100 years old, but you're slinging. Good shit.
All right, so we got the Rams to beat the Seahawks. That's actually the only favorite that we have on the ticket at -115 odds. Then we have the New England Patriots to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Another tough matchup.
Dude, look, bro, I'm sorry. I love Lamar. I think he's great. Think he's going to be great. Something's going on, and he is just not looking great. They just played Cincinnati and barely won. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I know. I have Lamar in fantasy, and I also had to buy in one of my leagues with him in it this week, and I'm actually scared going into next week.
Drake May's a beast.
Oh, we're talking about Drake May. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy slings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out the boy Carlton Davis. That's the homie. Bro, their defense is solid. Their offense is super solid.
Most definitely. I think
their
it's a
run
good
game is crazy, especially with
Travion?
Drake May. No, well, yeah, of course him, but even with Drake May, dude, Drake May rushed for like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
No, man, yeah,
they lost to the Bills.
They get it done. They get it done.
So I like the Patriots.
New England is a good team. I think they're kind of a slept-on team. I think they're a team that could maybe have a chance to go deep within the playoffs this year, depending on matchups and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
Rams are going to the Super Bowl.
Again, another tough matchup here with the Patriots and Ravens. I do feel good about the Patriots, and the best part about it is you're getting them at +125 odds. So I do like those odds, and I do like their chances to win that game.
Yep.
So we have the Rams, we have the Patriots, and then last but not least, we have the Chicago Bears at home against the Green Bay Packers, and I'm going to take the Bears to win this one.
Look, shout out my father-in-law. He's a diehard Bears fan. He absolutely needs this. Not to mention, it definitely helps with Micah Parsons going down, and I believe Christian Watson has some type of minor injury, tweak, something like that. So even with something like that,
yeah, this is
Josh
like
Jacobs is a beast.
This is like a historic rivalry, Bears Packers. Bears are at home. They've been playing really well this season. They are finding ways to get wins. I think their defense is pretty solid, and I think they've been able to run the ball well this year. And yeah, like you said, with the loss of Micah Parsons and I don't know. I think they played each other this year already, and I think the Packers did win the first matchup, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one.
Look, if DeAndre Swift shows up for work and Caleb Williams shows up for work,
they might get Odunze back this week too.
It'll be a tough. That would be
big for them.
Yeah, even better.
And I'm liking the rookie tight end Colston Loveland. He's been having an outstanding year.
Too.
So yeah, at home, Bears to beat the Packers. You're also getting plus 100 odds on that. This is my sports book that I use, but we're getting total odds of plus 741 on these three teams to win. Again, this season's been weird, been a lot of upsets, a lot of weird things that have happened. I feel pretty good about these three picks. I'm going to put this ticket in, and we'll follow back next week. We'll see how we did, and hopefully you guys can hit and win some money.
And so can we. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Curated Heat STP. Follow us on TikTok at Curated Heat. Check out our website, www.curatedheat.com, for all of the stuff we carry in store. Make sure to tune in to next week's episode. We're always going to be doing giveaways, random stuff. We're going to hide stuff in the videos. Comment and like. Let us know what you think about the bets, too, man. If you guys have some good bets, put them down in the comments, and we'll pull some of them up, and we can talk about some of them. Some of them we like. We'll bet on them. And if we don't like them, then we'll bet against you and hopefully win too. So
yeah, for sure. Leave some comments. Tell us who you guys like, some underdogs that you feel like might take the dub this week. And I'm a big player prop guy, so throw some player props that you guys are loving in the comments as well. And let us know how you guys are doing in fantasy football. Did any of you guys make the playoffs? Are you looking good to win your league this year? And who have been some of your top players in fantasy? I know for me, it's been Christian McCaffrey for sure. I mean, he's been crazy this year. And I don't know, maybe Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne has been kind of a sleeper this year.
There's been a lot.
Yeah.
Put any of your sleepers down in the comments, dude. We will talk about it. We'd love to talk about it. We hope you guys enjoy the content. Shout out XSET, and we'll see you next time. Peace.